Hey guys! So it's been a while since I made these type of draw with me videos where I design a character and talk with you about the character. So here's another design with me video. I decided to design a ghost character that would be for the game Luigi's Mansion. And Luigi's Mansion is a pretty fun horror take on Mario that stars Mario's brother Luigi. And it is really fun, but also really sad because some of the ghosts in the game appear to be young. Like in the first game, there was literally a baby ghost, and it makes me kind of sad, like how they were actually killed in some horrifying ways. Like example, Johnny Deepin might have perished by drowning, which actually feels very, very sad. So I am currently designing this character. Her name is Princess Xime, Xime, and she is the princess of a forgotten kingdom. She's a classic damsel in distress, and her kingdom was at war with another kingdom, and she fell in love with a knight who rescued her from the bad kingdom that kidnapped her. But sadly, the Bad Kingdom won the war, and Xime was killed at the last second. And now her now ex-boyfriend was the only survivor of the war, and she currently explores and travels all over the world, like she has been doing for 84 years. I designed her to look like a boss ghost, but she is actually an ally to Luigi in a concept for a Luigi's Mansion fan game, which I have no plans to actually conceptualize right now. But she is an ally and is against King Boo. Here I am currently designing a crown that was supposed to be in Zime's design. However, I ended up deciding that it will not work for the final drawing. However, I did fully colored and shaded and rendered the crown. So, and I am going to show you the finished crown once I finish shading and coloring it. But it did make it into her final design, sadly. Which is a shame because I really like how I did the crown. Anyway, I am going to show you now how I shaded and rendered the crown, and I will get back to you shortly. is the finished crown. Like I said, I am pretty upset that it didn't make it into the final cut, but I will be posting it on my DeviantArt if you want to take a look at it for yourself. Back to Zime. Now I am doing the line art for Zime, and I actually really love her hairstyle. This is a truly unique hairstyle, and I've never done it on a character before, so I am doing it on this character for the first time ever. Originally, I was supposed to give her more Asian aesthetics. However, I decided to scrap the Asian concept midway after it wasn't working, and I decided to go for a more historically accurate outfit. The last time I did historically accurate outfits was for my Ancient Pretty Cure team, and that didn't go so well. So I am actually referencing a fan art of a historically accurate Snow White outfit, and this is going to be for Zime, a current outfit. I decided to use a reference for Zime's pose. All of the references I used will be down in the description box below, so go and check that out. I actually want to talk about the new Mario Kart game that's coming out for Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart Tour World. I almost said world, but it's actually, no, it is Mario Kart World. And I actually saw the Nintendo Treehouse live, and I absolutely love how bouncy and colorful and alive the characters all are. I especially love that you can actually drive to the next course instead of just popping up to the next course. And that's actually pretty unique and changes the flow of things. So, and this is a little ridiculous, but they also included random enemies from the Mario games into Mario Kart World. Like, we got a penguin, a snowman, a caterpillar, and literally a cow from Moo Moo Meadows, and they even gave a crab a license. I actually heard a lot of controversy surrounding Nintendo Switch 2 and Mario Kart World, and I heard people saying, drop the price, but just stop, everyone, just stop. The reason why I think it might be $80 is because of all the love and attention they actually gave to Mario Kart World. They did a very awesome job with doing everything, especially the courses and animations. They did an awesome job. So $80 is not a bad price for an awesome game like that. I especially like the little concept of eating food can actually change your outfit, and that is such a good idea to give all the characters alternate costumes in the game. That is so cute. I especially think that I might draw Peach's new outfit that is in Mario Kart World one day. You know, the one with the little pink bow in her hair and the more casual attire. Yeah, I think I might draw that. I did the coloring off camera, and now we are on to shading Zime. I am trying to make her avoid making her look alive because she is a ghost, but I need to figure out a way to try to make her look ghostly. Later on, here's what I did. I duplicated the coloring layer. I erased some of the shading, the colors from the bottom of it, and then I actually lowered the opacity of the second layer a little bit to make it look like it's transparent. It's a gradient to a transparent gradient. I actually didn't like this at first, and I scrapped it at first, but I actually really like this idea. It gives her more of a ghostly, and it gives her more of a translucent appearance, which works for a ghost. And now that I'm looking at Zime's design, I really like her outfit. I really like how I did with her outfit. It gives me off Bridgerton vibes, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it kind of gives me off Bridgerton vibes. That wasn't intentional, by the way. I didn't know why it gives me Bridgerton vibes, but it's blue, it's purple, it's pink, and it's gold. Originally, all the gold parts are supposed to be silver, but I changed it to gold because I think that actually ties in the character better. Oh, and one more thing. The pattern on the purple area of Zime's dress, I actually used an asset from the Clipchamp asset library, and it actually works perfectly with Zime's design. It works so perfectly good, and I actually love the dress, like I said earlier. Last but not least, we have Zime's eyes. At first, I decided to make them gold, like her little hair ties, but I decided to actually change them to like a green using the correction layer. And I think I actually like the green better than the gold, so I decided to keep that. I also decided to give her some black eyeshadow and some pink lipstick. I think that actually helps with her face a lot more. Last but not least, I decided to give her a ghostly aurora thing around her body. To do this, for the little for some of the details, I decided to duplicate the entire character, color the entire thing with another color, put the duplicated layer behind the character, and then I used the liquify tool to make a little magical thing. I used this before on my Lilas drawing, and I think I've done this on a couple of other drawings. It gives off a good effect. And with that, Princess Zime is done. Here is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!